Jump.
Oh, look how
It's coming towards us. It's not actually climbing as much as you think.
Yeah. Well,
Go on, John. Tell us about Percy Hunt then.
well, when I joined the Navy first, 19, I passed out. We had to do a trade test, what you call engine room artificer. And when I passed out, he said, "Would you like to be on a submarine? You'll go home and have a fortnight's holiday, and you'll be made petty officer. But being 19, if I didn't take that on, I was a junior rating. So it meant I had a red cap badge. If I'd have been in the subs, I'd get a petty officer, not a cheap, only petty officer." So I said, right. So there's about 18 to 20 went on this sub from Portsmouth. We got out to sea, and we're up and down on the bridge having a look round like this every half hour. Oh, lovely. So when we come back after a day's outing, there was a chap in the engine room. That's where they sent us, because there were going to be engine room artificers. He said, and he called Spunyard, and he said, "I'm going to tell you something, son. When you get back, don't sign that piece of paper, because you'll be down here for 14 days, 2 weeks, and you'll never go on the top again. And you'll be like me, the colour, an old man." And he had a piece of spunyarn around his throat. So when we got back, we went back, all of us, and there was about 20 of us. He said, "Right, line up." And he called the first fellow, "Sign here, and you're going home, a fortnight's leave, and you're made petty officer." I'm not signing. "Get over there." It came after, because he said, "Don't sign that piece of paper when you go in the barracks." And of course my name come up. "You sign this." Well, I couldn't speak properly. "I'm not going to sign the paper." "Get over there." And inside 2 hours we were on a train going to Scapa Flow, and we passed through Manchester, and guards on the train, and that's where I saw this big cruiser. Anyway, when I went on, we had to go into the mess, and the chap was the chief petty officer in charge, was called Percy Hunt, and he had a big nose on him. And he used to say to me, he used to say, pass the butter," taking the mickey out of me. Now I stuck this for about 3 weeks, and I've got this ready. I thought, you give me any more, and I was all worked up. And all the lads, there was about five or six young apprentices there. He says, "Yeah, I got this." Boom! And I hit him right on the nose. I broke his nose, and I got 90 days stoppage of leave, and I had to go before the captain, what you call defaulters. "Attention!" And a guard either side of me, a stoker, like the old naval folk. I thought I was going to be hung. And when I got give him a real abuse. And when I got demobbed, I was at Portsmouth getting demobbed. Who should come up to this Percy Hunt? "Hey, Husey." Oh, I'll shake hands. He says, you hurt my bloody nose when you..." Oh, I give him I must have knocked it. And then we were coming home, and we got to Egypt. What's the name of the big port there? Alexandria. And my name was and I've been 2.5 years then at sea. I'd been over there. I'd served my time. "Are you all right, you? Report on the quarterdeck." So what the hell's wrong here? I went there. "Get your kit bag filled up." He says, "You're going ashore. There's a man replacing you." And he was called the Bully. He was an engineering officer. I thought, "You're dirty." You know. I said, "Do you mind if I go and see him first?" And I went down. He says, "Come in." He was in the office. He had 3 stripes on him. We used to call him the Bull. I said, "Why am I being sent ashore?" "You don't ask why you're being sent ashore. I'm sending you ashore. There's a man taking your place." And he had a big nose. I said, "Do you mind if I said..." I said, "You parrot nose bastard." "Get out of here!" He had a nose. I said, "You parrot nose bastard." I packed me again. I cried my eyes out. I was just 20. And I went on a tug. It's called the St. Monans. And the captain was a merchant navy fella, and it was lovely. And there was an assistant, a subby, and I was only a PO then at the time, what they call a petty officer, because I was 21, I'd done my test. And I was on it 9 months, and I went home. Then I went on a destroyer, HMS Whelp, and the young engineer, the young officer on it was Prince Philip, and we went all the way to Australia, and he was having the time of his life. Subby was a Greek, you know. He had just one thin stripe on his arm. And then we've been there 2 days, and we came all the way back home at Portsmouth.
Oh,
We
we
were
away for 2 days.
That's all we were. And he came out. I thought, I said, we're going home. I thought, what's wrong? We got to Portsmouth. We all kept on board. He went ashore, met the Queen, or the young princess, and got engaged. And he got another stripe on his hand. He came back a lieutenant. For getting, I don't know what he did for that.
Now you do.
But and we went back then all the way to Australia after about 3 days, but we were kept on board. And he changed completely. Where he was a bit of Roman, he loved the lake because he was Greek, you know, Greek. Yeah. And from Australia, then we went to some island. We started a bit of bombing and that sort of thing. Flown home. No, there was no fighting for him, and that was it. And from that, then I came home, and then I went on a tug, HMS St. Monans, and it was the best 9 months of my life. And when we got discharged, who should come up? There was two Scotchmen stayed with me all the time. Wherever I went, they went. Jock Gemmell and Jock Adams, 2 good engineers, and they liked the old drink, the whiskey. And when we got to Portsmouth to get demobbed, who should come up but the parrot-nosed, the bull, who was a 3-pipper. He said, they've come to shake hands. And this Scotchman said, if you don't get out of the way, I'll knock you over the edge. Now get on the way. There's no shaking hands or nothing. He should have heard the language. He said, we called him all, and he just walked away. Come to shake hands. And no one put he was a swine, he was, called the bull. When we used to be on watch, when on the middle watch, he used to come down at about 12 till 4, he'd come about 2, creep down the bottom end of the engine room. Well, as you came on watch at 12, the man before you would put the 12 till 1 o'clock in the book. Temperature waters, oil waters, pumps and everything. But so you could have a bit, because all the gauges are in front of you. Even though you can just do it, as soon as you see something move, you know there's a gauge out of what, there's something wrong. And he'd come up, and I was on watch, and I always remember this. And I was dozing off, and I got a tap on the shoulder, and it was the bull. What is the temperature of the water? I hadn't looked at the book, the seawater, and I got 90 days stoppage of leave. You'd have thought I was going to hang somebody. They were going to hang me. And that's the bull. And that's what, as I say, he came to the barracks, and Jock Adams said, if you don't get on your way, I'll knock you right across. He was gone.